Hi, I'm Alan, another wild imagination video in which we will be talking about what is imagination, how to live a more imaginative life, and crucially why might you want to do that, coming up right after this. So this is a video about the difference between ideas and images, between thinking and imagining. It's a much overlooked, much misunderstood distinction. Often thinking gets conflated with imagining, and people can assume that thinking about images is the same as being imaginative, but they're not, as I shall explain. Think about in art galleries. Maybe you go there, maybe you watch other people in art galleries. Often what happens is, instead of spending time looking at paintings, more time, maybe they do that for some of the time, but more time gets spent reading about the blurb about the paintings. What does that painting mean? Why did he paint that? And we look for the answers in the blurb, which might be interesting, but it's not necessarily very satisfying. Similarly, we wake up in the morning, we remember our dream, and it's very hard not to think, what does that mean? Why did I have that dream? To want to figure it out. It's just because the way we've been brought up, the culture we live in, pushes us in that kind of cognitive direction. Everything needs to have an explanation and a rationale. But you don't usually look at a sunset and ask the question, what does this sunset mean? When you look at a sunset, you just allow the slowly shifting colours, the red disk sinking into the horizon, to touch you, to impinge upon you. Similarly, if you go to the movies and you leave a little bit less depressed than when you arrived, that's not because you've worked out why that particular movie has had this effect on you. It's just because you've allowed yourself to be carried along and touched by the language of images, not the language of ideas. So if you want to live a more imaginative life, probably the first thing to do is to spend a little bit less time thinking about images and open up to spending a bit more time having embodied, meaningful, participatory contact with the images that you find in novels, movies, poems, music, memories, dreams, and the landscape of everyday life. Just spend time attending to what you see and hear and feel and think, rather than trying to analyze it, and you will become a more imaginative person. Okay, that's the end of the video for today. Do leave us some comments below, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.